What's up guys, it's Eric from Rock Games, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Dark Magician, the ultimate wizard in terms of attack and defense, the fan favorite classic dual monsters ace card of none other than the main pro tag himself, Yugioh, the poster boy of the Yu-Gi-Oh franchise. In today's video, we're going to be creating a day 1 Dark Magician deck in Yu-Gi-Oh Duel Links for only 1,000 gems. Now, before we continue, consider liking the video if you enjoy these kinds of topics and if you want to see some more videos like this on the channel. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video. For this deck, we're going to be using 2 copies of the Soul Servant EX structure deck that just dropped a couple days ago, kicking off with 2 copies of Apprentice Illusion Magician, 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl, 3 copies of Magician's Rod, 1 copy of Magic Karibo, 2 copies of the boy himself, Dark Magician, 2 copies of Magician Salvation, 2 copies of Soul Servant, 2 copies of Dark Magical Circle, 1 copy of Magician Navigation, 2 copies of Eternal Soul, 2 copies of Skullmeister. That's just me personally. I've been using Skullmeister. You can also use like magic, it's that one trap that turns off basically all spells except normal spells. You can pick up really cheap niche cards like that, like Debunk, I guess, if you want to fill it out. Or I mean, you can also play an extra Magic Karibo, Magical Dimension, or I personally don't like Dark Magic Attack and Thousand Knives, but if you want to play them, you can. Or you can even play that continuous trap. What is it? Is it combination, right? Like magic combination or magician that trap. For the extra deck, we're playing 1 copy of Dragon Master Knight, 2 copies of Ebon High Magician, 2 copies of Ebon Illusion Magician, and the 1 card that I'm using that you get from a SR ticket is a link to Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior, and later on in the replays I'll explain why I play that card. And the skill that we're going to be using is Master of Dark and Chaos, and really quick I'm going to explain how you get that skill and what that skill does. So as I said earlier, there is an event going on with the Street Form Yugi. Once you unlock Street Yugi, you unlock his alternate style missions, and this skill is one of those missions, and your mission is to just summon Blackluster Soldier 5 times. So you can use the normal monster version that you get, I believe, through lifetime missions. I forgot what exactly his lifetime missions are, but you just need to summon him 5 times and you get this skill. And now what it does, you can only use this skill's 2nd and 3rd effects once per duel. You cannot normal or special summon, excluding the extra deck, any monsters except for level 8 light or earth monsters and dark spellcaster monsters. Part 2, reveal 1 dark spellcaster monster from your hand, then shuffle 1 card from your hand into your deck. Next, send 1 Dark Magician Girl from your hand or deck to the grave, then add a combination. I don't like how they worded this part. Then add a combination of Dark Magician and or another card that mentions it for a total of 2 cards from your deck to your hand. I don't like how they worded that. I feel like there was a easier, there has to be an easier way to word that. Basically, you reveal 1 dark spellcaster, then you shuffle 1 card from your hand into the deck, then you get to add 2 cards that mention Dark Magician, or that is Dark Magician. And then this skill also has the 3rd part. If only your opponent controls a monster, add 1 ultimate fusion from outside your deck to your hand, then play 1 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in face down defense position, you cannot flip it face up, and send 1 Blackluster Soldier to the graveyard. Alright, now that we've talked about the skill and I quickly went over all of the cards in the deck, I am now gonna briefly go through what each of the cards do. I will have a timestamp if you guys just want to skip to the gameplay. So the first card we're talking about, Apprentice Illusion Magician. When you normal or special summon this card, you get to add one Vanilla Dark Magician from your deck to your hand, and when this card is on your field or in the hand, you can discard it if you're Dark Spellcaster, which is all of your spellcasters in this deck. When they're battling an opponent's monster, they gain 2000 attack, and special summoning this card from your hand is very easy because you just discard one card. Really easy combo that you can do is you discard Magician Navigation. You almost never want to set Magician Navigation. That's why I'm only playing one. I am not playing the two, because I do feel like it is a bit of a brick. Like, it's decent if you can get it to the graveyard, because then it's a spell trap negate, but you really don't want to activate it. At least I don't think you do. I don't think it's worth actually resolving on the field. Next, Dark Magician Girl. Skullmeister is a hand trap. You discard it when an effect is activated in the graveyard of your opponent. You discard it to negate it. That's all it is. Magician's Rod is your best normal summon in this entire deck. I think he's your only normal summon in this entire deck. Yeah, you do not want to normal summon anything else but Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod, when it's normal summon, you add one spell or trap from the deck to hand that specifically lists Dark Magician. You want to ideally add Dark Magical Circle, but he can add anything: Magician Salvation, Dark Magical Circle, Soul Servant, Magician Navigation, Eternal Soul, any of those cards, but ideally you would want to go for Dark Magical Circle. And he does have a secondary effect that when you activate a spell or trap during your opponent's turn and he's in the grave, you can tribute one of your spellcasters to add him back to your hand, which it does. I wouldn't say it comes up every single game, but it can come up occasionally, and it's not bad. We have our one copy of Magic Kuriboh. During the main or battle phase, if you take effect damage, you can discard your Kuriboh to special summon a Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from your deck or grave. And then its graveyard effect is if a face-up spellcaster monster you control is destroyed by battle or a card effect, you can add this card from the graveyard to your hand, and I believe you can only use each effect once per turn. Vanilla Dark Magician, he has no effect. Magician Salvation, when it is activated, you can set one Eternal Soul directly from your deck, and when you normal or special summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl, you get to special summon the other from grave. So if you summon Dark Magician, you can special summon Dark Magician Girl from your grave, which, if you remember, the skill sets us up with that because it sends Dark Magician Girl from deck to the grave. Soul Servant is our next spell. It is a quick play. You could place one card on top of your deck. You could place one card from your deck or graveyard that is Dark Magician or Dark Magician, anything relating to Dark Magician on top of the deck except Soul Servant. And during the main phase, you can banish it from grave to draw cards equal to the number of Palladium, Dark Magician, and or Dark Magician Girl with different names on the field and the graveyards. So this card is guaranteed going to be a draw 1 because Dark Magician Girl is going to be in the graveyard, or if you have Dark Magician on field / graveyard 2, it's a draw 2. So it's a secret pot of greed. Dark Magical Circle, when it's activated, you excavate, you look at the top 3 cards of your deck, then reveal a Dark Magician or a spell or trap that says Dark Magician in its text, and you add it. If you don't see anything that hits those requirements, you just put them back on top of the deck in any order that you want. And if you normal or special summon Dark Magician, you get to banish a card on the field. So it's a nice little search it's a nice little search, but you mostly want it for the control aspect of when you summon Dark Magician, you get to banish a card on the field. Magician's Navigation, we've already talked about it. We've talked about its graveyard effect, but its on-field effect is that you special summon one Dark Magician from your hand, then special summon a level 7 or lower Dark Spellcaster monster from your deck. Our next card is Eternal Soul. This card is such a double-edged sword. Like, I love Eternal Soul, but I hate it at the same time. Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects, so like, that's cool. But what's not cool is if this face-up card leaves the field, destroy all monsters you control. The amount of times that can kill you is insane. And the Dragon Master Knight, he's just a 5,000 attack point beater. I think he gains attack. Yeah, he gains 500 attack for each dragon type monster you control. We hardly ever Xyz summon with this deck. You Xyz summon more with the Battle Chronicle variant, but we'll still go over the Xyz monsters. Ebone High Magician is a 2 level 7 spellcaster Xyz summon, and he's basically, while you have Xyz material, you can activate a quick play spell or a trap from your hand during your opponent's turn, which is that effect is pretty cool. I like that. And I believe it has a floater effect that when you send it to grave, you get to special summon a dark spellcaster or something like that. I believe I would need to look at that card again. But we're playing 2 of those. And Ebone High Magician is Ebone Illusion Magician is a 2 level 7 monster summon, Xyz summon. I believe this one is the one that you can detach one to special summon a normal monster, and when your normal monster battles, you banish that monster instead. I want to talk about Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. You can get this card through an SR ticket, and all he is a link 2 of 2 spellcaster type monsters, and when he is link summoned, you place 1 spell counter on it, and it gains 300 attack for each spell counter, for every spell counter on it. And he has 2 effects. One effect is that if a spellcaster monster, which is gonna be Dark Magician, is special summoned to a zone this card points to, you place 1 spell counter on this card. So your first turn board is gonna usually be Magician Salvation with a set Eternal Soul, and you're gonna have a Dark Magical Circle ready. And in a lot of instances, you're gonna have Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior, link summoned. So when your opponent is doing their thing, you can activate Eternal Soul, special summon Dark Magician from your hand or grave, and put them in the middle where Daybreaker is pointing. So not only do you have a banishment from Dark Magical Circle, but on your upcoming turn, you have a follow-up, because Daybreaker's effect, his second effect, is you can remove 2 spell counters from this card, then target 1 card on the field and destroy it. So he can work as a type of back row removal, or just removal in general, which it does kind of suck that it's not a quick effect. Alright guys, this is going to be our first replay. We're playing against the Bakura, the ranked season reset, and I believe I'm sitting at gold 6 right now. I know it's not the highest rank, but hey, it's something, bro. I used to really play this game, but I would say the last like 5 months-ish, I haven't been anywhere near as active on this game as I once was. I feel like I'm the only Raid Raptor player out here, and I'm still waiting on Ultimate Falcon, and he hasn't came. So I'm still waiting. Please, Konami, help me, bro. The Satellite Cannon Falcon can only take me so far, man. Anyway, we are going. I decided to activate our skill because our opponent controls a monster, and I activate the Magical Circle. I get to add, I normal summon Magician's Rod. I get to add the Salvation, set Eternal Soul. I get to activate the skill again. We show Dark Magician, we shuffle it back, we dump the Dark Magician girl, we add Magic Karibo and the Illusion Magician. I'm pretty sure that wasn't supposed to happen. I meant to discard Magician Navigation because I thought that was the trap that was in my hand. I didn't realize that I had Eternal Soul in my hand, but oh well. And if you guys don't know, Shadol Winda I believe that one's called Winda, right? Yeah, Winda. It doesn't allow you to special summon. You can only special summon one time a turn, but it limits him to. And I don't really know a lot about Shadow besides the fact that it's a very annoying control-y deck. But what I do know is that he is limited too, so that is why I wasn't really trying to target Winda, because Dark Magician, at least in this version, in this budget version of the deck, you're not really special summoning like that. You're really not. So the one special summon a turn doesn't really hurt me as much as this guy might think it will, because now we're able to flip up. Oh, well, I activate Soul Servant for the draw one. I'm able to flip up Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. We summon Dark Magician through Eternal Soul, and I forgot that my magical circle was negated. I'm pretty sure I probably just thought it was for the turn, but I attack with my 2 monsters, discarding the Apprentice Magician to deal the final blow, and that is pretty much it. We beat Shadow. Like I said, I'm not too familiar with Shadow. Maybe he bricked, maybe that wasn't all that Shadow does, but at the same time, I'm only in gold, so I'm not facing the cream of the crop of the players right now. Basically, this FTK, if you don't know, they're just spamming this one card, Dragon's Gunfire, because it's 600 a turn, right? Oh, 800 a turn. Yeah, this card right here, Pot of Benevolence. Negate that mother sucker, bro, because that card shuffles. They target their Dragon's Gunfire to shuffle it back into the deck, and if you notice, all he was doing was drawing, and that card is not once per turn. So by shuffling it back into the deck and drawing it out again, you just deal 800 damage, 4,000 damage of burn in a single turn. But by negating it, he wasn't able to shuffle him back in, so he just scooped. I don't remember if this was a mirror or not, but yes, I'm glad you stuck around for the PSA. The PSA, that is how to beat that annoying FTK strategy. I believe this is a mirror match, judging by the guy's card sleeves and his playmat, but you never know, man. You really never know. But yes, our opening combo is going to be very similar. We have Magician Navigation already in the graveyard. We activate our skill, shuffle the Dark Magician back. I get to add my circle and Magic Kuriboh. I personally really like Magic Kuriboh. I don't know if it's just me, but I think Magic Kuriboh is a pretty cool tech, pretty cool card. We summon Daybreaker, the Magical Warrior. I use my draw one to get my extra copy of Apprentice Illusion Magician, because that effect is an effect that happens even when your opponent battles your monster. We summon Dark Magician. I banish the back row. I should have banished the monster, but I didn't think about it. Yeah, then I summon Dark Magician Girl through Magician Salvation, and I didn't read this annoying Altergeist card, but yeah, once he attacks you directly, you're able to target a card and send it to the grave, and of course he targets the Eternal Soul, and we just attack for game here. Alrighty, we're dueling another Yugimoto, but man, I needed to share this deck, dude. This deck that this guy's about to use was so cool, man. You're about to see it, bro. You're about to see it. I thought it was so cool. He combined a couple cards that I don't know, maybe because I just have a peanut head, and I would have never figured to combine the cards the way he's about to combine them. But man, you're about to witness some magic, bro. But yeah, we're doing our usual combo. This is gonna be the combo that you want to end up with this deck. I feel like this is the best board. Magician Navigation Engrave, link off into the link. You get ideally you would have an Apprentice Magician in your hand. Yeah, so I used the the Soul Servant to give me that Apprentice Magician with the Eternal Soul setup with Dark Magician either in hand or in grave. But yes, he normal summons Fluffle Dog. You search another Fluffle, fusion summon. Once I seen that he opened Poly 2, I was like, bro, this guy's just too good. Like, he really opened everything, bro. So I figured, I'm like, let me try to banish whatever you're gonna summon, because yeah, that tiger is about to destroy my entire world right now. Because if you don't know, the tiger on summon pops, so that's really annoying. But yeah, we banish it, he destroys our field, Dark Magician goes to grave. He uses Magician's Soul here, guys, with Toy Vendor. And then he gets the Outlich. The Outlich goes to grave. You get the Outlich back by sending the Toy Vendor. You special summon Outlich, the Golden Lord. Toy Vendor gives you Fluffle Bear. Then the Fluffle Bear searches another Toy Vendor. And the Magician's Soul, Magician's Soul, you send the Toy Vendor to grave to draw one. And Toy Vendor still gets its searching capability. Like, that is just so smart. That is like, a lot just happened there, but that is so smart, bro, and I would have never guessed. Just to show you how much of a peanut brain I really am, bro, I committed one of the biggest sins in Yu-Gi-Oh, and that is called not reading your opponent's cards, man. Oh, I just realized I skipped his animation. Dang, that sucks. My bad, I didn't mean to. But attack and cannot be destroyed by card effects. And with Ultimate Fusion, I chose Eldritch the Golden Lord to destroy. Like, I really felt like an idiot there, bro. I did not read my opponent's cards at all. Anyway, my Dragon Master Knight is gonna attack, and he did leave because I was gonna be able to attack the Magician's Soul with Magician's Rod and attack for game. But man, dude, that was such a smart, very smart way to play that deck. Law, I believe was his name. Kudos to you, man. I tipped my fedora. That was really cool. But at the end of the day, I really feel like I shouldn't have won that game. I really only won it because of my skill. But hey, man, it is what it is, man. This is Duel Links in 2025. As they say, all good things must come to an end. We faced a Jesse Anderson. We faced a Sigma Crystal Beast deck user, but we did have a nice little win streak. As you saw there, we had a 7 win streak with Dark Magician, which is crazy. If you were to tell me 5 months ago you were on a 7 win streak with Dark Magician, I would have scoffed. I would have been like, really? Like, Dark Magician? Like, shoot, what are you playing, bro? Silver? Like, cause man, dude. And it's the fact that, if you guys haven't seen my video, I made a Blue Eyes video, right? About how to make a day 1 Blue Eyes deck. And I was gonna release a Dark Magician one, but I just kept holding off on it because I just was not confident at all in the deck that I came up with. It was just so raggedy, bro. Like, I did not like what Dark Magician had available. Like, it didn't feel good. Like, it just felt like booty, bro. Like, it didn't feel good at all. So I'm glad I held off on that video, and I'm glad that we got this amazing Soul Servant structure deck, man. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Buddy's just going crazy here, bro. Like, this Giga Chad Crystal Beast player is just going wild, bro. I knew if I were to beat this guy, I was gonna fluke it, bro. Like, there's just no way. Because if you guys don't know, Crystal Beasts have access to the nuclear option, bro. They have access to this stupid strong fusion monster, bro. It's the nuclear option. I think it's Rainbow Dragon Overdrive or something like that it's called. You basically banish all of your 7 Crystal Beasts And when 7 crystal beasts are banished, he gains 7,000 points. He's like 11 or 12,000. Like, he's super freaking strong, bro. Like, and he has a quick effect that he tributes himself and you shuffle everything on board. Like, dude, I knew if I was to somehow win this, it was gonna be through a straight fluke, bro. It was actually gonna be through a fluke. But yeah, we activate our skill, activate ultimate fusion, summon. Okay, see, I will show the animation this time. I felt bad for skipping it, of the Dragon Master Knight. Such a cool looking card, but I mean, I just really like Blackluster Soldier. I really like his design. Anyway, pop the seals. He IPs. I didn't think that he had this Link 5. I should have known, but I didn't. I wasn't aware of his game, you know. I wasn't aware of his game. Anyways, and he hit me with Forbidden freaking Droplet, bro. That's kind of crazy, bro. And we gotta remember, he did add Nibiru to his hand. Not that this deck really mass summons like that, but if this deck could mass summon, we would have had to take the Nibiru into consideration. But yeah, man, this is gonna be rough. I knew this was gonna be rough. I don't want to say I didn't believe that we couldn't win. No, did I say that right? Basically, I wanted to say that I believed in myself. I thought I could win, but nah, man. Once he went straight into the nuclear option here, bro. Like, look at that Ultimate Crystal Rainbow Dragon Overdrive, bro. Like, he hit me with this nuclear boss monster, bro. And I kind of hoped that he would let the Eternal Soul slide, but no, he didn't let the Eternal Soul slide. I was like, dang, bro. GG's to why, bro. Such a powerful, very underrated deck in my opinion, dude. Like, Crystal Beast is a deck that I have never seen anybody play. That was maybe the second person that I've seen play Crystal Beast. But yeah, bro, like, we started using this deck at this Autonomy game. Yesterday I was playing with Odd Eyes, and yeah, you can see those 2 losses down there. We don't talk about that. Odd Eyes needs help, bro. Freaking Arc 5 needs help. Anyway, we played against the Autonomy, and yeah, bro, we had a nice little win streak here. We had a nice little win streak of 7 games with this 1,000 gem deck, dude. It's legit, bro. It's freaking legit. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, let me know if you guys want me to do another deck. I've thought about doing one for heroes because I did see that they updated the friend campaign. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I do stream on the weekends now. I'm gonna leave that in the comments too, so make sure to swing by streams. Then for the month of October, I am gonna be streaming scary games, and for my first 2 scary games I'm going to be streaming, I'm going to be playing Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8. I'm open to more suggestions, and I am playing a Weapon Master series on Monster Hunter World. I really like Monster Hunter. I really like Monster Hunter World. And just in short, what I mean by Weapon Master is every single quest that I'm doing, I'm rotating weapons, and I want my guild card to have like all of the weapons to be like at the same amount, if that makes sense. So that's why I'm rotating. It's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. Swing by if you guys have the chance. And I do plan on making the streams into YouTube videos, so be on the lookout for that. And that's gonna be it. I'm gonna see you guys later. Peace.